Hey friends, how are you? I hope you are well. Back-to-back videos, so same scenery, same clothes, just finished FLOSSTUBE 13. This is my next video. While I'm right here in front of the camera, I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. I had talked about doing a My Why video, so this is just going to be a sit back, snuggle in, and let's chat. Grab your stitching, grab your coffee, your hot cocoa, whatever it is. I just want to do this video so that it's out there, and just let you know my why, my reasoning for starting a floss tube. I wrote down notes. I don't want to forget anything, and I didn't want it to be chaotic and just diarrhea of words. So here we go. I'm gonna look down at my notes every so often to make sure that I haven't left anything out. Not too long of a video. I just want to put it out there because I like knowing what influences and encourages others, and so I thought it'd be a fun video to do, just a little FLOSSTUBE extra. And because I've been talking a lot, I do have some water, so if I need to get a drink, I'm sorry. So I started watching FLOSSTUBE in January of this year, and I was just in awe of all of the stitching that everybody was doing, the amazing patterns. And it had been a while since I had cross-stitched. I hadn't touched my stitching in quite a few years. I was busy raising boys, one who was on the autism spectrum, busy working, and then health issues, and not really taking care of my mother-in-law, but she has Parkinson's and dementia, so, trying to help out where I could, to help her out so that she's safe in her home. And so I did a lot of crocheting because I could do that watching TV or anything. Like, it doesn't take a ton of brain power, but and then I got into diamond painting, which I love, for something that you just need to pretty much kind of follow a color chart and numbers, symbols. It's, as many of you know, I'm sure, that it's like cross-stitching, but kind of mindless too, when you just kind of need a break. So I wanted to try that. And just watching all of the FLOSSTUBE videos got my gears going, and like, I want to pull my stitching out. So I pulled out some projects I had been working on, and I wasn't like drawn to them. I did a few smalls, having to do with coffee and Halloween. And then I decided to dive into the huge rabbit hole of full coverage. And so I had told my mom back when I was 14 and I started cross-stitching. The lady I babysat for showed me how to cross-stitch, and I was babysitting her infant son, who just basically ate and slept, right? Take a bottle, sleeps, and then change diaper, and take bottle, sleeps, change diaper. So once my schoolwork was done, it was nice to just kind of sit and do something artsy-fartsy. So she taught me how to cross-stitch. And back in that day, I had Joann's and like cross-stitch magazine subscriptions, really. So you could buy a kit, or you could buy a book, a pattern book or patterns from Joann's, or get them from the magazine subscriptions, which my neighbor lady had gotten me a subscription to. And so that's where I started with that. But I always told my mom, like, I want like this huge panoramic type pattern that will keep me busy for a while, but looks realistic, and then I can hang it on my wall. And nothing like that, existed. And then I kind of got out of cross stitching for a while. And then coming back this year and seeing all these full coverage options, like oh my God, my wish came true. Like, there's so much out there now. And so I've just been playing around with things this year, and just seeing how the community came together in the chat and in the comment section of everybody's videos, and watching on Instagram. And I'm just like, I want to do this. I want to be part of the community. And I'm in weekly therapy sessions for my mental health. So I can remember talking to my therapist about everyone and their projects and how I wanted to dive into this. And I was like, I want stitchy friends too. Like, being here all day, you can only clean so much, and you can only, diamond paint so much. And my hands were giving me fits, so to crochet was not an option at that time. And I'm just like, I need to do something with my time. And I just kept telling her, I want stitchy friends. And I ran the idea of starting a floss tube past her, and she thought it was a good idea to help me break out of my introverted shell, non-trusting shell that I put myself in. I put the wall up years ago. And so then I got talking about it with Dylan, my oldest son, who's autistic. And we talk multiple times a day. He does not live here with me. He lives about an hour and 15 minutes away, in a house with some of his other friends who are also challenged. And not everybody has the same challenges. It might just be like a brain injury from an accident, but is the best place, and he's so happy there. So I got talking to Dylan, and Dylan's like, Mama, you should do it, because I only see your projects when I come home every few months, and I want to be able to see what you're working on, and then I can see your face more than just every few months. And so we decided to jump in and do a floss tube. And I was scared, and I was nervous, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I would be accepted into the stitching community. I didn't know if there were like cliques, groups of people that don't like other people coming in. And that goes back to like the whole like mental health issues I deal with from my past. So I thought, well, why the hell not? I'm going to put it out there, and if Dylan ends up being my one and only biggest fan and the only one to subscribe to my channel, then that's fine, because at least my boy will have something to watch, and we'll get to see his mom and what she's working on. So I jumped in. You could tell from my early videos, extremely nervous. I still get nervous in front of the camera. I don't like watching myself on the camera, right? And the camera's facing me. I can see myself. But I needed to get out of my comfort zone. And so that's what I did. And the first couple of floss tubes, like, y'all were amazing. Reaching out, welcoming me to the community, commenting on my projects I had worked on. And it wasn't one of those ones I'd been stitching for years that could totally come in and show you like all the things that I had been working on. I nothing special about me, nothing spectacular. So I could really only show you like what I had started and finished like right then, and talk about things that I wanted to do, and just rave about all you awesome people out there, about the stitching community. And so my adventure began. And so this is kind of my outlet. I have a lot of time to craft every day, and so I didn't want to feel isolated anymore. I didn't want to leave this world with no friends, because that's kind of how it's been for quite a few years of my life. I have acquaintances, but I don't have like friends that like we go out and do things all the time or we talk all the time. I have my immediate family, and that's where it ends, right? So in my other thought process for doing these videos is, with my chronic illnesses, and it's like everything else. I mean, we don't know how much time we have left. We don't know when our time is going to be up. And FLOSSTUBE and just doing little like short videos and, you know, and just whatever little blitz about my family and things that are happening here, not only gives Dylan something to watch when I put up a video, but when I'm not here anymore, it will give him something to go back and rewatch. And if my other son, Cam, ever decides to have kids, get married, have a family, and I'm not around, because he says he's never having kids, or at least not until he's like 35 or 40, which is fine. It's not for everybody. But if that happens and I'm not here anymore, he can show his kids that they had a grandma, and they can see like what type of person I was, and you know, how much I love my family. So I'm not gonna cry. This is not an emotional video, god dang it. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so it's been 8 months since I started my channel, and I have been able to connect with so many people. It's amazing. And everyone is so awesome and welcoming, supportive, and oh, of course, enabling, because I want what you got. So there's that. And I want to let you know that if any of your guys' ears are ringing like on a weekly basis, it's me. It's me. I did it. I'm guilty, because I'm constantly talking to my mom and my hubby and my therapist about like anybody and everybody out there that I've connected with. So, yep, that's my fault. I'll take blame for that. And then I just want to say that for those of you that have reached out and connected with me, let me in your world, like, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, you guys, because I don't have much to offer but me. And I never really have. And I'm just me. Just down to earth person who has shut the world out for many years. I've shut my family out in the past. Yeah, it's been a lot. And I still battle my darkness daily. I'm not gonna lie. But I needed all of you guys more than you will ever know. So you have filled an extreme void for me, and have brought a light in that I didn't know could exist, because I never really had that before. I've always been like one to I didn't care what position I had in my working career. I didn't care how high up my position was. Like housekeepers and janitors, and we're all on the same level. Like I would chat with them like I would chat with the CEO of the company. Like everybody deserves to be loved and wanted and included. So I was always that person, but not everyone has always been that way with me. So this has truly been a year of growth. I was talking to Suki, the brown-eyed stitcher, and on one of her floss tubes, I left a comment, and I'm just like, I've been working on me this year. I've been working on coming out of the darkness. I've been working on putting myself out there and allowing people to come into my life and accepting friendships. And friendships used to come easy to me until I was about 14, and that's a story for another time. Or maybe no time at all, because not everybody knows everything about me. Not my mom, not my dad, not my husband. There just are things. My therapist doesn't even know everything about me. There are things I keep in here. I don't let them out. And maybe one day I will, but for now it's not happening. So, yeah, I truly thought that I would die a lonely person, with no one but my boys to lean on. And it's depressing. I know, it sucks. It's depressing, but that's where my mind goes. And so, you know, I lost my grandparents at a young age. I don't have, I have my immediate family, and that's about it, both sides of the family. My immediate family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my husband, and my 2 kids. Those are my warriors. Those are my rocks and my best friends. Outside of that, I really didn't have a lot. And this year's been a lot of growth, a lot of crumbling that brick wall, little bit by little bit. So I don't feel so alone anymore in this crazy world. I feel like I have friends and have made friendships, and I feel good. Aside from my health conditions, I feel like I kind of have a purpose now outside of my family, so it's kind of nice. So I am looking forward to the new year to see what it brings for all of us. I am looking forward to seeing more progress on not only my projects, but every one of yours. And I can't wait. To see how next year goes, because this is a huge step for me, and I'm hoping that many more doors, positive doors, will open, and that none of them get slammed in my face. I don't like doors being slammed in my face. I could never be like a door-to-door salesman or like anything like that, because I don't take rejection well. Let's see. So yeah, that's my why. To leave something behind for my kids, to give my oldest something to watch now, and to form those friendships. So I thank you. I thank each and every one of you that have opened up and let me in. I love it. I'm having so much fun doing these videos. I just wish I felt better more often to do more videos. So that will be something that I work on for 2023. So with that being said, my friends, I love each and every one of you. And I hope that everything is going so great for you, especially around the holidays when it can be gloomy and crazy and darkness can invade, and just all of the things that are statistics and talked about. I hope that all of that stays locked behind a door for you. And I hope that you get to enjoy everything that you ever wanted. So, my friends, from my home to yours, much love, and I will see you in the next one. Or in 2023, next year, in a couple of weeks. Bye, everybody.